Mr. and Mrs. Shang, your daughter's injuries from the automobile accident were very serious when she arrived at our emergency room. Many of us worked a very long time and did everything we possibly could to help her. She suffered a severe trauma to her head. And I'm very, very sorry to tell you that your daughter's brain has ceased the function that maintains consciousness. There's no chance she'll ever regain consciousness. And when this occurs, we call it brain death. How old is Delina?
My sister's 22. She just learned to drive.
Does your family have any documents regarding her wishes in an event like this?
What do you mean, documents?
What I'm referring to is an advance directive. Has Delina ever discussed what her wishes are relating to dying? I mean, did she ever indicate what she wanted her family to do if she had a terminal illness, for example? Perhaps she wrote a letter or had a conversation with someone?
No. She's too young to discuss such things.
It's okay. Well, sadly, when something as serious as this happens, there are decisions that need to be made. Now, you can take all the time you need to think about what is the best thing to do. Mr. and Mrs. Shang, I know you're very tired from your flight from Malaysia and need some rest. I can come back later and we can talk more.
What kind of decisions?
Well, when other families have had to face similar situations, some of them have chosen to withdraw the life support.
What is the best thing to do, Doctor?
Well, ultimately, it's your decision to make. But if it were my loved one in this situation, I'd end the life support.
The best thing to do is to help my daughter. What are all these machines and tubes? Is it helping my daughter? Look at her chest. She is breathing. And I feel a pulse.
This is the life support machinery that is keeping her alive, since she can't sustain life on her own. We're pumping air into her lungs with this breathing machine called a ventilator. That's why you see her chest rise and fall. These IV lines are providing liquids and medicines to keep her heart beating. And that's why she has a pulse. Without these machines, she would not be able to breathe, and her heart would stop beating.
But her body is warm.
It's because of the machines.
She's not dead?
Eventually, her body will also begin to die. But her higher brain function is gone. She'll never regain consciousness.
Give here. Take it.
Here.
Here.
Thank you for saving our daughter's life.
No, please, please. No, it's not necessary. This is not necessary. I'm sorry. Another doctor has confirmed the brain death. Her trauma is irreversible now. Nothing can be done. We've tried everything. I'm sorry.
Dr. Mitchell?
Dr. Kwan, thanks for coming down.
Sure thing. What can I do for you?
Yeah, listen, I'm not sure how to help them with their decision. They're from Malaysia, they're ethnic Chinese and practicing Buddhist. I know you're a Chinese and a Buddhist and have spent time in Malaysia. So Dr. Kwan, that's why I thought of you.
Okay. Well, first off, you need to know that in Malaysia, healthcare decisions are family decisions. And also cultural patterns are even stronger around the period surrounding death.
Okay.
Now, what do you know about Buddhism and karma, Jerry?
Well, I've heard of karma, but aren't there many forms of Buddhism?
Yes, this family would be Mahayana Buddhists, and they might see the turning off of life support as a killing. Now, all Buddhism prohibits killing, even when suffering is involved. No matter how merciful it is, a mercy killing is still considered a killing. To turn off life support is to interfere with the person's karma. If that karma isn't worked out in this life, the person will be forced to suffer again in the next life.
You mean reincarnation?
Yes, rebirth.
Yeah, but how can it be killing if a person is brain dead?
That's scientific definition, and even it isn't accepted in many countries. Buddhists believe that the permanently unconscious should not necessarily be declared dead.
So the question becomes one of consciousness.
Well, it's complicated. For example, could a killing ever be considered an act of compassion with positive karmic consequences? Or could there be a situation where it might be called letting go instead of killing?
That's a lot to think about.
Yes, there is. Contemplation and meditation on death is very important to Buddhists.
So how do we solve this?
I think we should go ahead and call the Bioethics Committee. Hannah Erickson is the nurse that heads it up. Now, the committee has a lot of good resources in the community and does really good work with different religions.
To think, she came here to join her brother for an education. Thanks for your time.
Sure.
We will respect whatever your wishes are.
Would Delina's body be alive if not for the machines?
No, her body would not be. We understand that the decision to remove the life support is a very difficult one to make. But I want you all to know that the injury that Delina has sustained is the cause of her death, not the removal or stopping of any treatment or procedure. Stopping the treatment will simply allow the injury to take its natural course. We just want to make sure you understand everything that's happening here. And also, we understand and appreciate all your wishes and concerns.
Thank you.
Dr. Mitchell and I have met with the Bioethics Committee, and I've asked Hannah Erickson to join us if it's all right with you. She can assist you with any arrangements you may need.
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, I need to bring up another matter that was important to Delina. Now, her new driver's license stated that she wishes to be an organ donor. And I just wanted you to know in case the recovery team arrives to discuss it with you.
It's a great act of compassion from Delina.
We need to discuss this.
Of course, of course.
Here's Miss Erickson now.
There is also rebirth, but Delina is unconscious and will need our help.
Would you like me to call a Buddhist monk to be with your family and Delina as she makes this important transition?
Yes, to help us with the prayers and remembrance ceremony.
I will take care of that. Is there anything else I can help you with?
We need to make arrangement to fly Delina back to Malaysia.
I understand. I can help you with that too.
Thank you.
Delina will have a high rebirth. I hope that Delina had no fears, no regrets when it happened.
She didn't. Delina was very happy.
Sabbe Buddha Balappatta පච්චේකානං ච යං බලං අරහං තානං ච තේජේන රක්ඛං බන්දාමි සබ්බසෝ සබ්බේ බුද්ධා බලප්පත්තා පච්චේකානං ච යං බලං අරහං තානං ච තේජේන රක්ඛං බන්දාමි සබ්බසෝ සබ්බේ බුද්ධා බලප්පත්තා පච්චේකානං ච යං බලං